I'll turn that bit off. The emotion which comes to mind, simply just just happiness, smiles, a lot of joy, some relief, but more just happy. I was just happy. I was just happy. First win, like not many people get to win in Formula One. So for me to have won, to have marked my first, was just a very happy moment for me. So happiness, best word. I think what made it so special was the fact I've been with McLaren a while. Well, it was my sixth season in Formula One, but I've been with McLaren for like 8, and it was our first win together. So like we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot of ups and downs. Daniel won in Monza, and they're now second. So I feel like I kind of got close. This was still, I've been with McLaren for a long time. So I don't know, just very much felt like our win as a team, between my mechanics, Will, Jarve, my engineers. It was more like we finally won rather than, personally, I finally won a race. The reaction I got from everyone was amazing. Not just the fans of Formula One, but even, the people outside of Formula One, people who don't watch Formula One. But it was just, it was great for everyone. For the team to kind of still have that realization that we can do well, we can still win. I got a lot of messages and support from everyone, and it's just it's a cool feeling, when you get those kind of messages. So yeah, it was the start of what then became a pretty amazing season. The weekend itself was also, it was filled with some ups and downs. Like practice was pretty strong, sprint quali not so much. I think I had the fastest time of qualifying, but something happened in Q3, which meant I started a bit further down. Then there was the crash in turn 1, so I was out. So I didn't finish the sprint race. I think everyone kind of felt, for the first time that season, we had the upgrades on the car, and practice was like, oh, we're quite quick. And then we both kind of struggled a bit more on Saturday qualifying. We were a little bit off the pace comparing to some of the others. So I still don't even think we were the quickest ones, but it was a weekend where we felt like something was coming along. Like if it didn't happen in Miami, it was going to happen sooner rather than later. The team was on the up, the morale was on the up, and we started to be a bit quicker. Like the car started to feel better, and we started to be a bit more competitive. So then the story changed for Sunday. The easy answer for when did I feel like we could win was just when the safety car came out. Just because the pace was very strong. I went long with this strategy, which opens up these opportunities. So it's not like you don't hope for them. You kind of hope that there's a VSC or a safety car, and that's the advantage of trying to go longer, which was our plan from the beginning. That happens, that happens in a lot of races. At that kind of time of the race, you can have a safety car and things. So the strategy paid off. Everyone else boxed quite a bit earlier. The pace was very strong, so that gave us the opportunity to stay out and keep pushing and trying to keep the gap large. As soon as I saw a safety car come out, then I knew we could win. A lot goes through your head at that point when you're thinking like, oh, we can win, but it's still just a thought, So, like even though I thought that, nothing felt that different at the time. It was just like, oh, we can win the race here, and there's still quite a few laps to go at that point. So I knew anything could happen, but I was confident in the pace and that I could stay out front and control the race well. And then your mind kind of starts to wander a bit the last few laps because you're thinking, oh, it's getting closer and closer and closer. But I don't think it becomes like the real thing until you cross the line. And obviously all the mechanics and stuff were there on the side, on the pit wall. You see the checkered flag. You're the first one to see the checkered flag. And it had been a while since I was the first one to see the checkered flag. So the moment you cross the line is actually when you feel everything. Before you it's just thoughts and it's feelings. But that moment was like now we've done it. Now I've done it. It was a big moment, not simply because it was the win, but it was a big moment because it gave us like the belief, like, oh, we can actually win a race against our biggest competitors and guys who have dominated the sport for years and years. So kind of gave me the belief, I can actually go and win a race now, and it gave all of us as a team, like, we're actually pretty close to winning races now and fighting for top spots and stuff like that. And that was a good and a needed belief that the team had missed for many years. So from that moment on, we knew that we were going to have a good season. You know, when you're in McLaren, you don't get the trophy. The trophy is on the boulevard, is in the trophy cabinets. It's maybe like the only downside is you don't get the trophy, but that's been the same rule for many years and probably will be the same rule forever. So yes, I got a replica trophy made, and there's only one box. It comes in one box, the actual trophy, and I got the actual box. Like when I got in my apartment, I open the door, like the end of the little hallway, I see it. So as soon as I enter my home every day, or every month, whenever I go back, kind of like the first thing I see is my first trophy. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Now we've won a Constructors, we won a championship. It's more like our expectation of where we believe we should be has changed. I think that's basically it. Everything else has improved, and we work better as a team, and all the things that you need to improve. But now we're often not satisfied with the third, not satisfied with the second, and we're only satisfied with a win. So that's it, really. The rest is the same. It's the same mentality. It's the same approach to everything. Before it was just how can we get on the podium today, or how can we get a top 5. The rest of the 2024 season was like, it was still a tough year. Many learning points, still some more highs, some much trickier moments. So I feel like I learned a lot then, and I feel like I've improved in many areas, but same for everyone, you know. Everyone's trying to improve and work on things in a better way, become quicker, more efficient, whatever it is, you know. So yeah, I feel like I have, but I feel like that's just the expectation. The normality of racing is everyone is constantly trying to take a step forward. But yeah, I feel more ready. And last year our job was just to kind of see if we can win a race and see if we can start heading in the right direction. Now, we did head in the right direction, and we went all the way and got the championship. This year it's the same thing, but it's from the beginning, it's with more confidence. And there's now the task of for myself, you know, can we fight for the championship as a driver and as a team? And that's an even bigger task.